I'd like to get a refund on that, please.
Ooh. A refund?
Yes. Wife's changed her mind, and as we haven't got the item yet, so it shouldn't be a problem.
Hi Ben, how are you?
Yeah, good, thanks.
Just to explain to you, there is no warranty on glasses.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we can't, just because you change your mind, we can't refund them at all.
So under the Consumer Guarantees Act, we have the right of refund within 7 days without any refund.
What do you mean?
It was sold before it's actually legally allowed to be released.
Yep.
It was sold before it's actually legally allowed to be released.
Yep. Yep. Yep.
It was sold before it's actually legally allowed to be released.
Yep.
At the moment we've got a bit of paper for $60 and it seems like you guys have pre-sold an item without legally being allowed to even have it on the shop floor.
No, we're allowed to have it on the shop floor, it's just not allowed to leave premises within 14 days, sir.
So then why can't we either have our money back or have the right to change our mind and get it refunded?
Unfortunately, like, our refund policy states that you cannot, just because you change your mind, and we do not offer a warranty on clothing, glasses.
Okay, I could appreciate that if we left the shop with an item.
Yeah.
We haven't. After we had paid for it, you said they can't leave the shop until the 3rd of December, correct? Yes. Okay, so after we had paid for it, you said they can't leave the shop until the 3rd of December, correct? Yes. Okay, so...
No monthly refunds are given. Warranties on items.
Okay, so can you remember me asking you what happens if the owner of the glasses comes back in and pays their loan and gets their glasses? What did you say to me then?
Then we can give you the money back. If
Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah, so she's just told me that she would give me a refund of my
if
money.
somebody from the loan
And I'm
comes
looking
back
out there
with
and seeing no monetary refunds. There's a conflict right there,
No,
isn't there?
that's it. Okay, so this is what's going to happen. So
What's going to happen?
On the receipt, I'm going to write down our manager's, our boss's email address, and you'll have to write down the
What's his name? Can I have his name and contact details?
So I'm going to write
James
it
who?
down for you, and then you'll have to contact him because he's the only one that can authorise.
Okay, so doesn't matter whether it's second-hand goods, any consumer has the right to return within 7 days for any reason, just because they didn't like the colour. And if you say you don't have the right and there's no warranty because of 3 lines written through there, that certainly wasn't explained to any of us at the time when you went 3 lines like that and said, please sign here, and Leah just signed it. You didn't say, you've got no warranty on these glasses.
So basically, he's the only person that can help you with this. He's the only one that can authorise us to do a cash refund.
Sorry, and Tony, was it?
My name is Tony.
Last name?
Quedley.
Quedley.
I got it right down for you.
Oh, cheers.
So that is my name. So yeah, so can you see that? So it is just James at ddnz.co.nz, and
cool.
basically he's the one that can help you just explain the situation, everything that you've told me, and then he will probably give me a call and it tells me what needs to be done. Okay.
Yeah.
And then when you email him to, make sure you put in give your contact details as well.
Oh, absolutely. No problem. Thanks, Tony. Cheers, thank you.
Hello James, I have been given your email to contact as apparently your manager of the Henderson Dollar Dealers. Tony Quedley, does not have authority to refund. On Monday, November 23rd, myself and wife, Leah, were browsing for Christmas presents. As I have become somewhat disappointed with Cash Converter's service of late, I chose to, for the first time, visit Dollar Dealers. While I browsed, my wife viewed some sunglasses, then she made a decision after some hesitation, to buy a $59 pair of Emporio Armani and case, sales receipt number 121,074, photo attached. Once I had paid via FPAS for the sunglasses, the staff member then proceeded to state to my wife and I, that the sunglasses were not able to be released until December 3, 2015. After some deliberation and feeling somewhat hoodwinked, we decided that we would accept what had been said, however I questioned at the time why. Apparently they were on hold due to being collateral on a loan. At the time I asked the lady, what happens if the person comes back and pays off the loan, does he or she get the glasses? She replied, yes, and we would refund your money. After coming home, my wife still had some reservations over the authenticity of the sunglasses, and asked me to check to see if they were authentic. With my limited knowledge I searched for the brand and type, and to my astonishment the actual Emporio Armani sunglasses looked nothing like what we had paid for but not received. With suspicions as to how something could even be on a shop floor for sale if we were unable to take it, and feeling as we were not given full disclosure before payment, I contacted the Citizens Advice Bureau for some advice. After a conversation with them, they suggested that what had transpired was not fully legal and suggest my going back for a refund, just as we were wanting to do. We had only a piece of paper for $59 and feel misled. I felt it prudent to reject this purchase, especially as we did not even have any goods. I went back into Dollar Dealers yesterday, Wednesday, November 25th, 2 days later, requiring a refund. We have nothing to return as your store would not release them. The release date of the item was only brought up after we had paid. Either this was deceptive or just forgetfulness on the staff member's part, I do not know. Tony Quidley was confrontational and was unable to supply any enactment to back her claims. I require a refund for the sunglasses which we have not received and have been charged for without full disclosure. This was confirmed by the staff member on record today when I asked her, on camera. Tony referred to the sign on the wall as Dollar Dealers' legally written terms and conditions, which I believe to be false, after being instructed prior to arriving at Dollar Dealers by CAB, that I was within my rights to require a refund, and then having a somewhat unnecessary debate with a manager, who clearly did not know what she was talking about. She was unable to supply anything in writing for reference. I have, so far, made 4-part video clips so far of this matter and have it uploaded on my YouTube channel ready for public posting of the entire confrontation. Should you wish to view this footage, please say so. My YouTube channel has over 660 subscribers, with 179,000 plus views. Please feel free to have a look. C, K, A, Mark, O, T, H, O, Keen, is the channel name. A link is www.youtube.com/channel/ForwardSlash/channel/ForwardSlash/You-C-Y-K-3-K-H-N-I-Z-J-D-F-X-K-P-R-I-K-M-S-Q-I-Q. Below is my bank account detail which I require our $59 refunded without delay please. I shall throw away the receipt once this is done. I have taken the time to find the section of the Consumer Guarantees Act 1993, Section 23, and print it for Tony to have. It may help her in the future avoid issues like this. Should I have to return to the shop, I will give it to her. I note that she seemed well aware that she was selling an item that was not legally able to be released, which she has confirmed on camera. How is this not misleading? My bank account details are, Kiwi Bank, account name redacted, account number redacted, amount due $59. Should the amount due be refunded, no further action will be taken. Alternatively, we require you to provide the law stating you are allowed to sell property that is still within its holding period. Tony stated the Pawnbrokers Law. I can only presume she is referring to the Second-Hand Dealers and Pawnbrokers Act 2004, if so which section? Although only a small amount, I would be happy to file a claim at Disputes Tribunal as advised by CAB. Please feel free to contact myself on, redacted, or via email to discuss this matter further and to confirm when I will receive the amount due. Should this be brought to Disputes Tribunal, additional costs and damages shall apply. Warm regards, Mark. A link to the 4 clips below. November 25, 2015, Dollar Dealers Henderson, Part 1, Refund or Not Intro, November 25, 2015, Dollar Dealers Henderson, Part 2, C.A.B. I pre-call about refund, November 25, 2015, Dollar Dealers Henderson, Part 3, I return to get a refund not run around, November 25, 2015, Dollar Dealers Henderson, Part 4, Leah's Rebuttal Warranty.
Hi Mark, I appreciate your email regarding this matter. Firstly, are you wanting a refund due to not liking the sunglasses or because they are on a hold period? Please note we do not sell imitation designer products at our store as this is not legal practice in NZ. If for any reasons the model you purchased is debatable in regards to its authenticity, then of course we would be more than happy to issue a refund. By law, any item purchased over a pawn counter must be held on the premises of purchase for a minimum of a 14-day period. Hence the green release date sticker. No article on our floor for sale is bound by a loan contract, just merely the law, 14-day hold period, as stated in the Second-Hand Dealers and Pawnbrokers Act 2004. In my 7 years in the business, not one single release date period item has been uplifted by NZ Police, and all have been claimed after the hold period by our customers. Having dealt with cash converters before, I'm sure you would have come across this. I can understand how there may have been some confusion around this due to Rupal, staff member who served you, having been with us for only 6 weeks and her knowledge of our industry being limited. For her incorrect explanation, I do apologize. Please come back to me so we can resolve this matter. Regards, James.
Greetings James, thank you for your prompt response. To respond to your first question, was I unclear? I want of no man, I wish and require a refund for the goods that, until payment tendered, we were led to believe were for sale. I have stated this multiple times in my previous correspondence, and supplied my account details for this to happen without myself having to return to the shop. However, should you wish for me to return for the third time to the shop for a refund, I shall. Of course, please note, I will be recording this encounter for my records. However, as the payment was made via FPOS from the account I have supplied, I do not see the point for this. Whether or not Rupal is at fault is of no consequence to me. Rupal has been nothing but pleasant to us both. It was Tony's confrontational behavior and lack of basic legislation to back her claim that was of more concern to me. The purchasing side of stock should not have any bearing on whether goods for sale can be released. No notice of this anywhere, and a green sticker, or our date, does not mean anything to a customer. Without any relevant information to explain, and the fact of whether it was on a 14-day hold should have been disclosed prior to tendering payment. Do you not agree? Thank you for supplying me the name of the exact same enactment I had quoted yourself. However, I did ask what section of this act Tony is referring to with regards to this 14-day hold, and whether it should be in public view for sale or more like pre-sale. In my 19 years of being in the second-hand dealers industry, which started back at 32 Queens Road Panmure branch, before they relocated, I caught 32 thieves in 1.5 years of buys, and no jewelry or anything else included within the Second-Hand Dealers and Pawnbrokers Act 2004 was allowed to even be viewed by public on the shop floor during its holding period of 28 days, which is now 14 days. However, back then, computers were not included in the act and could go straight out on the floor. A fun fact, I actually helped Mike, redacted, set up the Henderson cash converters shop, all the IT, networking, cabling, CCTV, satellite/aerial, alarm and phone system, etc. Sorry, going off track. Either way, we have been misled, be it intentionally or not. As I have previously stated, the question of authenticity is at question, as I was unable to verify this, along with the somewhat iffy ending upon purchase and having a day to consider and research further. Yes, our confidence in the not yet supplied items' authenticity has wavered, and as it is our right to, we wish for a refund. Never have I struck such a problem upon returning an item or request of a refund, and whether your policy or not, it does not overrule legislation, such as Section 23(1)(a), or the previously mentioned Pawnbroking Act. As stated, I did contact the CAB and felt with confirmation from them, there would be no hassle at all requiring our payment refunded, especially as we have nothing supplied from dollar dealers and the sale cannot be completed legally without dollar dealers breaching the legislation. This is why goods on hold are not displayed before their release date. I am sure with your 7 years experience this seems logical to avoid issues such as ours. Along with well-trained staff, and a knowledgeable manager. I do note that the links I sent this morning were not active. I have corrected this issue and they are now released for your viewing pleasure. They are getting a few views already. I am sure after seeing them you will agree that the simplest resolution to this matter is to refund. However, as I have studied legislative rules of various societies for over 4 years and really enjoy courtroom fun, I would be happy to lodge a claim against dollar dealers for misleading trading practices, along with the stress my wife is suffering over a simple change of mind. My wife Leah, after watching the footage, is happy to make a statement of facts to back our claim. Note, if we had been told that she was unable to have them after paying, we would not have completed tendering payment. This action itself is deceptive. Also note the receipt does not show any GST amount at all. This too is a breach of legislation. Note Tony seemed complete unfazed that I mentioned that it was illegal to display an item that cannot be released and seemed to think having my wife sign a piece of paper without explanation absolves her of this. It does not. To argue or clarify further so no confusion or incorrect interpretation can be had. I wish for a refund of $59 into the specified Kiwi bank account previously mentioned, and I shall destroy, with some pleasure, the receipt of this bad experience without any further delay. Should you wish for me to return to the shop to personally receive the refund, I shall, while recording the encounter. However, this would be at cost which I shall happily transfer to you should you choose to waste my time further. Should you choose to not adhere to legislation I have mentioned, which I believe you are bound by, and according to CAB legal advice, and require us to return on the 3rd of December to collect the item, we will be demanding a refund there and then again, as we have lost faith in your product. That or court action will ensue, costing us both unnecessary time and money, but as stated, I really enjoy courtrooms and questioning authority. My channel has hundreds of examples of this should you have the time to view them. Please refund my payment. Have a fantastic evening. Mark.
Hi Mark, your refund of $59 will be deposited on Monday. Due to our bank account being with ASB, you will most likely see it on the Tuesday. Regards, James. Hi James, muggy day isn't it? Thanks very much, I will check on Tuesday. Have a great weekend. Regards, Mark. No problem. Thanks.
Hey guys, how are you? Well, as I'm a man of my word, and even though it sort of goes against what Tony initially said,
No monetary refunds given.
James Delmont, the CFO of Dollar Dealers, after a few backwards and forwards conversations, which I'm sure you've just listened to via email, has decided to go ahead and give me that refund. And I believe, as I said on the email, I will, with some pleasure, destroy this once the payment is shown. So I've put in here, as you can see, that refund has now showed up in my bank account. And now, with some pleasure, we're going to destroy this. Because, you know, I don't want James thinking I'm still going to come in and want it. Although, I'm pretty sure that they'll be well aware of me by the end of it. But let's see how we go. There you go, James. That's your name burning away there. Okay, that's the FPOS piece. You can just see that last bit there, paid in full. Okay. There you go. Yes, that was quite pleasurable. So, just to stick to it, as I'm a man of my word, James, destroyed. End of. And to all of my viewers out there, hope you enjoyed it. Bye.